Hey everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at Double Strike, aka Strafe. And he's a pretty okay looking little dude. I am not, sorry about the white on white, I am not overly fond of the wings being part of the front of his shoulders. I mean, that's easily remedied. You could always take it off if you don't like it. And can he stick it in the back? Can't stick it in the back. Stick it in the side if you want to, or however you want to do it. But as per instructions, that's how it's supposed to be. I actually recorded this with his wings plugged into here, not realizing that that was not correct. Let's slide everything over a bit, seeing as this is, the wall isn't white. We'll go ahead and plug that back in. And let's bring him in a little closer so you can see his face. I don't know if you can see his face, to be honest with you. It's okay. I don't. Honestly, the features are very soft. Honestly, they're not very, like the other guys, their facial features are pretty well pronounced. His is the only one where it's just kind of soft and ugh. I don't like the amber light piping. We already know that. And yeah, that's about it. Let me go ahead and take his weapons out of his hands so we can go ahead. They're only held down by 5mm pegs. And yeah, his head can do a 360. It can wiggle a little bit. It's not very much that he can do. You can, if you use this transformation peg, make him look down that far if you want him to. He doesn't look up very far. Arms rotate 360 here, and using this joint you can get it to go out. We'll just get that out of the way. He's got a rotation at the bicep just under the shoulder. He's got an elbow at that same turning point. He's got another rotation just above his regular elbow, and then of course he's got the regular elbow, so he does have a double bend, which is due to transformation. Wrists can rotate. He's got piano finger masterpiece type hands that can open that far. The finger for the trigger is molded slightly higher than the others to give it that trigger finger effect when he's holding his gun. Waist can rotate, but there is no, what is the word I'm looking for? No ab crunch. Legs can shoot, can go that forward, so almost all the way forward, and a little less going back, and then going out. He can definitely do the splits. There is a ratcheted joint into his crotch area for his leg. It doesn't have a ratchet going side to side. Rotation at the upper thigh. He's got a knee bend, which you get the wings out of the way, you get a 90 degrees there. His feet, because of the transformation, can go up and down like that. And for whatever reason, they do have a toe rotation, so you can get him in an A stance if you want to. I mean, it doesn't really change anything. It doesn't really look much better than leaving it straight, but it's there if you want it. And that is about it. And then the thing on his back can rotate and do stuff, and it squeaks, and I hate my toys squeaking. I will tell you that right now. I hate squeaks. Toys should not be squeaking. I'm sorry, they should not be squeaking unless that is their function. I shouldn't be buying a transformer having it sound like it needs oil or WD-40 or whatever you use to lubricate. Never mind, forget I said that. So, the guns have a post here that you're supposed to be able to plug into some holes in the transformation. For whatever reason, these seem a little bit too big. They're actually, looks like the way they're molded, they're just a little too thick on the outside. He has these posts that do move, and they have this hole in them, so you can actually use this hole when you transform them into the various modes that require this to be plugged into the top of the spaceship. You can actually use that instead of using this, and I'll show you how when we get there, which is what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and get him into his next mode. Again, we're not doing transformations. If you want me to do transformations for these guys, let me know, and maybe I'll do a transformation video for them. Here we go, and I like the vehicle mode, actually. Let me tilt the camera up just a little bit. I actually like it better in this mode than in his robot mode. It looks pretty nifty. It kind of reminds me of sort of like an 8-bit video game spaceship. Just, you know, a little smoothed out, but definitely, yeah, I like this. I figured out why I don't like the plastic. It's not cheap feeling, but it does kind of feel like model kit plastic, but, you know, thicker, like really thick, sturdy, but still feels like model kit plastic. It doesn't feel like toy plastic. So it took me a while to figure it out. I had that under there to help break up the white on white, but it looks pretty nice. It looks pretty good. There's lots and lots and lots of details. Not a big fan of these lines here, and there's, like, you know, I don't know what they're called, but vent lines, raised lines everywhere. And that's kind of the Warbotron as a whole aesthetic with their combiners. They have these excessive lines for no real reason, if I'm honest with you. But otherwise, it's pretty nice. The underside is, well, it just kind of looks like a robot from the underside, but from the top it looks kind of like a spaceship from the 80s. And yeah, let's see if I can get him into his combined mode from this point. I'm going to have the instructions out because I want to make sure I don't screw up too badly. So let's see. What does it want me to do? So yeah, I pulled all that stuff off. So yeah, this has to get collapsed in. Up. Okay. Let's take these off because these need to come off as well. So that kind of sucks, but hey. Oh, I forgot. This is a missile. Hold on a second. I have to change my battery. Oh yeah, I was saying that this part here, this is a missile, so it does shoot out. Ouch, that actually didn't feel good. So yeah, keep that in mind. So when you're transforming it, you don't accidentally pop yourself in the eyeball. Okay. So it wants me to do these. Okay. Okay, let's just take this out because it's going to keep popping out in my finger. Okay, so we got you closed. Got you closed. And then bring it. Yeah, this out so that this is facing that way, and then this comes down and collapses. And you see this peg here, this white piece here will go into that space right there. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, and let's see, we got that done. This is coming unpegged from there. Yep, that makes sense. And then we have to open this up because we're going to rotate this like so. And then the head gets flipped down into this little piece. Close that up, close this up, straighten that out. Okay, and then let's see. So this goes up here and squeaky. It'll slide. There's a slider underneath, so this can slide up, right, left, center, down. Let's see. Yeah, because this is supposed to rotate down. I don't know why I'm doing it the way the instructions say to do it. I feel like that probably could have been done a little bit differently and gotten the same results without so much clumsiness. Okay. So that's the top half done for the most part. And then oh, actually, this is supposed to be back more. What? Okay, this isn't supposed to be slid up just yet. My bad. Because, like, again, the instructions are not clear. They're not telling me the stuff I need to know. This is supposed to be down here. Now, apparently, you're supposed to be able to put it in here. But, yeah, I can't get them in these little holes here. I cannot, for the life of me, do it. No, that doesn't work. So, I just use these. And there are two nubs, which I believe that's what they're for anyway. Two nubs here. A nub here that goes into that little hole right there. I do that and be very careful about it. And we're going to do that again on the other side. Trying to follow the instructions. The instructions are bupkis. Okay. These are supposed to come down like so. Okay, and these will fold up. And you're gonna go ahead and rotate these and fold them over again like so. Do it again on this side. Rotate this around and fold this over. Fold that like that. And these two pieces, they will, if you do it carefully enough, they will peg together right here at the wings so that they don't come apart. And let's see, then it says these are supposed to go on to the sides here, but they're a little loose. So what I end up usually doing, instead of putting them on the side here, because you can see this one droops, is I just end up sticking them on the fronts here, like so. Put this in here, and you've almost got the arm done. We're gonna rotate this like this, and then we have to get there's little pieces that go in here before you put the fist on. So where is the baggie? Okay, so he's gonna be a lefty, so we got the left hand right here, and then we need for him, we need these two pieces here. It's this piece here, excuse me, with these little clips, and then this piece here. And this is what you do is you'll split this, plug this in right here, and then get everything situated back up again, and get these together. which I know some people are having issues with it, but I'm not having too much of an issue with that piece closing. Maybe it's because this is a revision. I don't know. And then you take this piece here, and see these two slots here? These pegs will slot right into that. And that will keep all of this together. So you don't have to worry about it splitting apart. And then hand goes on, and voila, you've got an arm. Oh, and don't forget to pull out the combiner peg. The peg. Don't forget the combiner peg. You'll need that. But otherwise, you've got everything as it should be. Let's talk about these hands for a minute. I like these hands. I like these hands a lot better than the ones on the original Warbotron, if I'm honest with you. Also, these are different than the original Warbotron Computrons. I think these are all brown, and they broke it up here. It's pretty nice. Ball joints here, ball joint there. There's a pin here, and it looks like this should go out more, but it does not. The little post there is too wide for this little what do you call it? So you can't get his hands out like this, but you can get all sorts of other neat things going on there. So his thumb bends there, his fingers bend there, there, and there. So again, if you want to, you can get Spider-Man web shooting fingers. So there's that, and you can get some fairly decent poses, and he will hold the he'll hold his rifle really well, and he'll hold the Warbotron Shockwave, because I believe he will. Let's find out. Will you fit? I thought you would. That's interesting. The peg does not seem to want to go in. It could be also because the peg is the peg. No, the peg isn't painted over. It just doesn't want to go in. Woo! I just dropped the arm. Maybe it'll go on the other hand. I don't know. Let's actually find out. I've got the other hand right here. I don't know why it won't peg in. Because it'll peg into the Warbotron hands, really, the regular Warbotron hands. Alright, and nope, won't fit. His peg holes in his hand are just a little too tight for this guy. That's strange. Why is... Oh, never mind, I got it in. It just took one hell of a whatchamacallit, a try. But yeah, he can hold the Shockwave if you want him to. Put that to the side. We'll get that out of the way. But yeah, so that is the Warbotron. Where did the gun go? I just realized the gun fell off. Here we go. Warbotron Double Strike, aka Strafe. Again, I got this as a box set from Big Bad Toy Store, and it was actually relatively cheap considering what they used to go for. So I'm glad I was able to get the whole set, and now I have a combiner in scale with my Warbotron Bruticus to fight against. Now if I could find somebody to fight against my DX9 Menasor, you know, that's going to be something. Anyway, I'm iSlip. Thanks for watching, and ciao.